We are back now with tonight's in-depth report. It's about the college alternative to the North. With so many parents in this country financially strapped and with tuition costs being what they are, a new college option has emerged for a whole lot of American students. The story from NBC's Tom Costello.
It may only be a few hours' drive from the U.S. border, but for the American students of Montreal's prestigious McGill University, Canada has become a passport to a much more affordable college degree. 2,200 Americans make up 12% of McGill's undergrads. 12%. Among them, Emily Cox of Chicago.
Well, it came down between McGill and Georgetown University, and it just came down to money. Georgetown's $45,000 to $50,000, McGill's $20,000, and so obviously I chose McGill.
In fact, a lot of Americans are choosing Canada. 9,000 are now studying here. That's up 50% since 2001. Attending 60 Canadian schools like McGill, Carleton, University of Toronto, Dalhousie, and UBC, but at 30 to 60% less than what private U.S. schools charge.
Canadian schools are easier to get into in some cases, but they're harder to stay in.
At a high school in Vermont recently, a sign of the times, as parents and students crowded into a Canadian college recruiting night. The biggest issue, money.
It looks like we will save between $20,000 and $30,000 a year.
Why are Canadian schools so much cheaper? Because the Canadian government provides a large chunk of their funding. And Americans can still use their 529 college savings accounts, U.S. loans, even apply for scholarships. While some Canadian schools require Americans to submit ACTs or SATs, many more don't. No interviews, no essays. In Canada, admission all comes down to grades.
We are not trying to sell a cheap education. We're selling a quality education.
There are differences, few fraternities or sororities, and not a lot of college football or basketball in the Great White North.
So if you're coming to Canada, you definitely need to be prepared to watch hockey.
A quality education in Canadian dollars. For a lot of Americans, the price is right. Tom Costello, NBC News, Montreal.